Suzuki vehicle prices explode, shaking up the automobile industry. The price of Suzuki Dzire 2022 has now risen from 1.3 to 2.2 million birr in just 2 months. You will not be able to obtain this money by saving or opening a trade store in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, it is not uncommon for vehicle prices to rise. Cars, like apartments or houses, are regarded as valuable assets. The Toyota Vitz, which costs less than $2,000 in neighboring countries, costs 9 times as much in Ethiopia. The hike was justified by the high tax on old cars, which could reach 500%. Though this is still true for old cars, the story is different for new vehicles, which are automobiles manufactured within 3 years of imports. 3 years ago, the government enacted a new tax law to encourage the importation of new cars while discouraging the importation of used ones. A similar reform was intended to lower the cost of new cars, but it never materialized. The Dzire 2022 is an example of a vehicle that was imported duty-free and flooded the market, along with other Suzuki brands such as Espresso and Swift. Toyota is still the market leader, but traders say Suzuki has taken over the lion's share, possibly as much as 60% in the last 2 years. It's partly due to the increased cost of new Toyota vehicles, which were previously less expensive. For the same reason, Suzuki is now the most preferred brand among importers because the lower the cost, the less foreign exchange importers must obtain. Importers get the forex at a premium from the parallel market because banks barely cover the cost of the imported cars. Thus, Suzuki has become a preferred option for many importers because it is less expensive and provides a better return with a higher profit margin than Toyota, which is expensive and requires a time-consuming process to obtain the forex required to import it from countries such as Dubai. Last year saw an increase in demand for new vehicles, owing largely to a large amount of financing made available by banks to borrowers who qualified for a loan to purchase an automobile. In the third quarter of the previous fiscal year, 330 million birr were imported, which was double the amount imported in the preceding quarter. It is also 20% more than what was imported during the same time period in 2020-21. According to retailers, the increase is the result of rising market demand. But there is a cost to this. Very surprisingly, comparing car prices, we can see huge differences between African countries and Ethiopia. Owning a car for many Ethiopians, even those with ready cash to spend in one of the world's fastest growing economies, remains a pipe dream.